Picture standing on medieval walls surrounded by emerald waters that look almost too perfect to be real. Planning 4 incredible days in Montenegro, but drowning in endless travel guides and contradictory advice? This video reveals exactly how to experience Montenegro's dramatic coastline, pristine national parks, and hidden gems that most tourists completely miss. We're covering the perfect 4-day itinerary from Kotor's ancient fortresses to Durmitor's glacial lakes, where to eat the best ćevapi without paying tourist prices, and the one transportation mistake that could waste an entire day of your precious vacation time. This is how to spend 4 unforgettable days in Montenegro. Let's dive in. Day 1. Kotor Bay Discovery. Start your Montenegro adventure by flying into either Tivat Airport, just 35 minutes from Kotor, or Podgorica Airport, roughly 2 hours away. Tivat Airport is more convenient for coastal regions, though Podgorica usually offers cheaper flights and car rentals. Upon arrival, head straight to Kotor and drop your bags at your accommodation. Most hotels allow early check-in or bag storage, giving you the full day to explore. Then dive into Kotor's UNESCO World Heritage Old Town, where limestone walls have protected this medieval gem for centuries. Begin your morning with the famous fortress hike, all 1,350 steps leading to San Giovanni Fortress. The hike takes around 45 minutes and gives you a 360-degree view of Kotor. Start early around 8 a.m. to avoid cruise ship crowds and afternoon heat. The entrance fee is €15 per person, but there's a free alternative route locals use. Ask at your accommodation for the secret path that enters through the back without paying. After descending, explore Old Town's highlights, Cathedral of St. Tryphon with its impressive Romanesque architecture and silver altar, the Maritime Museum showcasing Kotor's naval heritage, and the maze-like cobblestone streets where every corner reveals hidden squares and authentic local life. For lunch, skip tourist traps near the main square and head to Stari Malini, where traditional dishes like grilled sea bass or lamb under the bell cost 8 to €12 instead of 15 to €20 on the main drag. Your afternoon includes the scenic drive to Perast, just 10 kilometers away. This Baroque town feels like another world with 17 palaces and only 350 residents. Take a boat to Our Lady of the Rocks Island for €5 per person. Boats depart every 15 minutes. The artificial island holds fascinating legends about sailors who built it stone by stone over centuries, and the church contains beautiful maritime artifacts and ex-photo paintings by local fishermen. For evening, consider the optional drive to Njegusi village, famous for Montenegro's best prosciutto and cheese. The 45-minute mountain road offers spectacular sunset views, and family restaurants serve traditional platters featuring homemade cheese, prosciutto, and honey for 12 to €15 per person. Return to Kotor for dinner at Konoba Katowica Mlini, a rustic restaurant beside an old mill serving exceptional seafood for 18 to €25 per person. Day 2. Mountain Adventure Day. Today, you're heading to Durmitor National Park, Montenegro's mountain crown jewel and UNESCO World Heritage Site. The drive from Kotor takes 3 hours through spectacular scenery, so rent a car the night before, or book a private transfer for 150 to €200 round trip for up to 4 people. Make a strategic stop in Cetinje, Montenegro's former royal capital. Spend 45 minutes exploring the historic center where King Nicola's Palace now houses the National Museum, €3 entry, displaying royal artifacts and Montenegro's fascinating history of independence struggles. The landscape transforms dramatically as you climb from sea level to over 1,400 meters elevation, passing through traditional villages where locals still practice transhumance, seasonal livestock migration. Based on the amendments to the decision, Durmitor requires a €5 entrance charge, payable at the park entrance near Jabeljak. Your morning should focus on the accessible Black Lake Krno Jezero hike. The easy 3.5-kilometer loop takes 2 hours and offers perfect photo opportunities with mirror-like reflections of surrounding peaks. The glacial lake formed during the last ice age and is surrounded by dense pine forests that locals call Crna Gora, literally meaning Black Mountain. For intermediate hikers, consider the trail to Zminja Lake, 3 hours round trip, for more solitude and pristine wilderness views. Advanced adventurers can tackle Bobatov Kuk, the highest peak at 2,523 meters, an 8 to 10 hour round trip requiring proper equipment and early start, but offering unparalleled views across the entire Balkan Peninsula. Lunch at restaurant Malinsky Wheel in Jablyak offers hearty mountain cuisine for 12 to 15 euros per person. Try the lamb with kajmak, Montenegro's signature clotted cream, or traditional bean stew that locals love during mountain winters. The restaurant sources ingredients from local farms, ensuring authentic flavors. Your afternoon includes part of the famous Durmitor Ring Road with spectacular viewpoints of glacial valleys and alpine meadows where shepherds graze their flocks during summer months. Stop at Kuravac Viewpoint for the best panoramic vista. A 15-minute walk from parking reveals breathtaking mountain amphitheater views. Visit Tara Canyon, Europe's deepest gorge at 1,300 meters. The Đurđevića Tara Bridge offers breathtaking views into the emerald green river below. Whitewater rafting costs 45 to 70 euros per person, or try ziplining across the canyon for 25 euros. Stay overnight in Jablyak at Hotel Soa or family-run guest houses starting around 30 to 50 euros per night. Many offer traditional Montenegrin dinners with hearty mountain specialties and homemade rakia. Day 3. Hidden coastal gems and cultural heritage. Return to the coast via the scenic route through Lovćen National Park. The drive takes 3.5 hours with stops, featuring Montenegro's most dramatic mountain scenery and spiritual sites. Your first major stop is Ostrog Monastery, one of the most important Orthodox pilgrimage sites in the world. This incredible monastery is carved into a vertical cliff face 900 meters above the Zeta Valley and costs nothing to visit, though modest dress is required. The monastery has two parts, lower and upper, connected by a 20-minute pilgrimage path where you'll often encounter devoted pilgrims walking barefoot. The upper monastery offers spectacular views and houses the relics of St. Basil of Ostrog, drawing believers from across the Orthodox world. Continue to Lovćen National Park, 3 euros entry for the winding road featuring 25 hairpin turns, offering jaw-dropping views at every corner. Your destination is the Njegoš Mausoleum at the summit, Montenegro's most important cultural site, honoring the country's greatest poet-king who unified Montenegro's tribes. There's an additional 8 euro entrance fee for the mausoleum. Students pay 4 euros. Climb 461 stone steps to reach the mausoleum at 1,657 meters above sea level. The effort rewards you with 360-degree views stretching from the Adriatic to the Albanian Alps. On clear days, you can see across 4 countries. Descend via the famous Serpentine Road with 25 consecutive hairpin turns, offering breathtaking views over Kotor Bay. Considered one of Europe's most scenic drives with numerous photo-worthy viewpoints. Arrive in Budva and drive to Sveti Stefan for iconic photos. Once a 15th century fishing village connected to the mainland by a narrow causeway, this fortified islet is Montenegro's most famous site and appears on countless postcards. While you can't access the island without staying at the luxury resort, 800 euros plus per night, enjoy the public beach and perfect photo opportunities from multiple vantage points. For a more secluded experience, visit nearby Miločer Beach, the former royal beach nestled in a pine-surrounded bay with crystal-clear waters. Beach chair rental costs 10 to 15 euros for the day, and the protected cove offers calmer waters than Budva's main beaches. Alternative, take a boat trip to the Blue Cave on Lustica Peninsula. Group tours cost 35 to 45 euros per person, including multiple beaches and the famous Blue Grotto, where sunlight creates an ethereal underwater glow. Return to Budva for Old Town exploration. Climb the Cittadella Fortress for sunset views, 2 euros entry, and explore the medieval streets filled with local artisan shops. Dinner at Dukli Beach Lounge offers upscale Mediterranean cuisine, 20 to 35 euros, or try Podlozome in Old Town for excellent seafood, 15 to 25 euros per person. Day 4, Lake Skadar and Southern exploration. Your final day focuses on Lake Skadar National Park and Montenegro's southern region. Drive from Budva to Vrpazar, 45 minutes, through scenic countryside dotted with vineyards and traditional stone houses where locals still practice ancient winemaking techniques. Lake Skadar is the Balkans' largest lake, straddling the Montenegro-Albania border and home to 300 bird species, including rare Dalmatian pelicans, cormorants, and the endemic Skadar rudfish. Park entrance costs €5 per person at the Verpazar Visitor Center, where you can learn about the lake's unique ecosystem and conservation efforts. Start with a morning boat tour from Verpazar, costing €25 to €35 per person for 2 hours, including wine tasting at local family wineries that have operated for generations. These traditional wooden boats navigate channels lined with water lilies and reed beds, perfect for wildlife photography and spotting the lake's famous floating islands that move with wind patterns. Best viewing time is early morning when birds are most active, and mist creates magical photography conditions. Alternative, rent kayaks for €15 to €20 per person to explore hidden channels at your own pace. The calm waters suit beginners perfectly, and you can access secluded beaches and ancient fishing villages that larger boats can't reach. Mid-morning, visit Lisendro Fortress ruins on a lake island. Accessible only by boat, this 18th century fortress offers panoramic views and fascinating history about Ottoman-era strategic importance. The boat trip to Lisendro adds €10 per person to tour costs, but provides unique perspectives of the lake's complex geography. For lunch, visit Restaurant Jazero in Virpazar, renowned for traditional fish dishes prepared using recipes passed down through generations. Fresh carp or sea bass cost €12 to €18 per person with generous portions. Try the local specialty carp and wine sauce, paired with Montenegrin Krstač wine that perfectly complements the lake's freshwater fish. Early afternoon exploration includes charming Rijeka Krnojevica village, 20 minutes from Virpazar, featuring the famous arched bridge that's become Instagram famous. The bridge offers perfect photo opportunities with its reflection in the peaceful river below. Rent a small boat for €20 to €30 per hour to cruise peaceful river channels surrounded by limestone cliffs and abundant Mediterranean vegetation. Continue to historic Stari Bar, 45 minutes south. Ancient fortress ruins destroyed by gunpowder explosion in 1878. Entry costs €3 per person for well-preserved remains, including mosque ruins, churches, and an impressive aqueduct system that once supplied the entire medieval city. The site offers excellent Adriatic views and surrounding olive groves containing trees over 1,000 years old. Alternative, visit Bar's King Nicholas Palace Museum, showcasing 19th century royal life with original furnishings and artifacts. Palace gardens contain exotic plants reflecting Montenegro's historical connections. Museum entry costs €4 per person. For your final evening, return via the scenic coastal road through Sutomor and Petrovac for authentic glimpses of Montenegrin coastal life away from tourist crowds. Time your departure. Podgorica Airport requires 1.5 hours from Bar area. Tivat Airport needs 2 hours, including potential coastal traffic during summer. Essential practical information. Transportation. Rent a car for maximum flexibility. Expect 25 to €45 per day, depending on season and vehicle type. Because of poor public transport, we recommend renting a car. Taxis are expensive for longer distances. Current price for a transfer from Podgorica Airport to your destination in Kotor is €75. Local buses between major towns cost 50 cents to €2 per journey, but have limited schedules. Accommodation. Budget guest houses €25 to €40 per night. Mid-range hotels €50 to €90. Luxury options €150 to €300 plus. The average hotel price in Montenegro is a very reasonable $49, with high season prices around $92. Book early during summer months as availability becomes limited. Food. Street food and simple meals €3 to €8. Traditional restaurant meals €12 to €20 per person. Upscale dining €25 to €35. The average cost of food in Montenegro is $68, €60 per day per person. Local markets offer fresh produce at a fraction of restaurant prices. Mistakes to avoid. Expensive transportation errors. Don't rely solely on taxis between cities. A Kotor to Budva taxi costs €30 plus, while a bus costs €3 to €5. Avoid arriving without researching parking. Lots in old towns charge €15 to €20 daily and fill up quickly. Always plan for more time than what Google Maps indicates due to narrow mountain roads and potential traffic. Timing disasters. Visiting only in July-August means double prices and overwhelming crowds. Summer season in Montenegro is overly crowded with tourists pouring in from across Eastern Europe. Don't attempt mountain hikes without checking weather. Conditions change rapidly above 1,500 meters. Tourist trap spending. Eating exclusively in coastal old towns inflates food costs by 40 to 60%. The cost of food in resort towns is usually 20% higher than in more remote regions of the country. Avoid buying groceries at seafront shops where prices can be triple normal rates. So there you have it. 4 days that'll give you both the Instagram shots and authentic Montenegro experience, from medieval fortress views to pristine glacial lakes. This is Explorer's Radar, where we uncover the best travel experiences without the tourist trap prices. Which day appeals to you most? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if it helped with your Montenegro planning. And check out the next video for another incredible gem worth adding to your travel list. See you there!